Champions League football is back, and it is Jose Mourinho's first game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Welcome back to another video. Now, Jose Mourinho got off to a winning start away at West Ham on Saturday. This is his first Champions League game as Tottenham manager and his first game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So it'll be really interesting to see what reception he will get from the Tottenham Hotspur fans. Of course, that the club sacked Mauricio Pochettino last week. Now, Tottenham in the Champions League, if we win this game on Tuesday night, we will qualify for the last 16. It is likely that we are going to be finishing runners-up of the group if we do win this game. Now, Bayern Munich are top of Group B right now. They have played 4, they have won 4, they have scored 15, they have let in 4, and they have 12 points. Tottenham are second in the group right now. We have played 4, we have won 2, we have drawn 1, and we have lost 1. We have scored 13, and we have conceded 9, and we have 7 points. Red Star Belgrade have played 4, they have won 1, they have lost 3, they have only 3 points, and Olympiacos are bottom of the group right now. They have played 4, they have drawn 1, which of course was against Tottenham. They have lost 3, they have scored 5, conceded 10, and they have just the single point. Now, we did play these earlier on in the season, which ended as a 2-2 draw. Tottenham were, of course, 2-0 up, and then they came back and drew 2-2. A very, very noisy stadium, very, very loud fans, and that is exactly what I expect tomorrow night at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Tottenham star, South Korean star and fans' favourite Heung-min Son is our top goal scorer in this year's Champions League so far. He has played 250 minutes of football in the Champions League. He has scored 5 goals. He averages a Champions League goal every 50 minutes for Tottenham. He has had a total of 14 shots and 9 of those have been on target, and of course scoring 5 goals. As I just mentioned there, Heung-min Son is our highest goal scorer in this season's Champions League. Harry Kane is just behind with 4 goals. He has played 360 minutes of Champions League football so far this season, and he averages a goal every 90 minutes. So he averages a Champions League goal every game. He has had a total of 17 shots, and 8 of those have been on target. So what a week it could be for Jose Mourinho. Of course, he won his first league game at the London Stadium on Saturday, beating West Ham 3-2. He took Tottenham from 14th place to 9th place temporarily, and then now we are 10th in the Premier League. So we have gone up in the Premier League, but his first game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium could take us to the knockout stages of the Champions League. That wouldn't be a bad week, would it, in your first week in charge of a new club? Now, Jose Mourinho said earlier today, with these boys, I will never be afraid of a Champions League match. So he has full confidence in the squad that he has got at Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. Now, the reason why I feel so excited about Tottenham Hotspur and Jose Mourinho and the Champions League is because Jose Mourinho has done it. He has been there, he has done it, and he has got the T-shirt. He has won the Champions League twice, and he is after that 3rd winner's medal. He said earlier, I love the competition as much as everyone in football. Not everyone has the privilege of being a Champions League winner. I have done it 2 times and would love to add a 3rd. Tottenham have only ever played Olympiacos once at home in the whole history of the football club. That was back in October 1972. And guess what? Tottenham won the game 4-0. Olympiacos have only won once in 14 away games against English teams. And guess who that was against? Arsenal. That was when they won 3-2 against Arsenal in September 2015 in the Champions League. Now, this is just a sort of stat that will give us a little bit more confidence as fans going into this game. And let's face it, if we win this game, we will qualify for the knockout round of the Champions League, the last 16. And that is really where we want to be right now. Give us all a boost and give us all a little bit more confidence going on into the last 16 next year. Now, Spurs are unbeaten in their last 5 games in European competition against Greek teams, winning 3 and drawing 2. Now, I don't know whether you realise this, Tottenham have played 14 home games in the Champions League in our history, and we have never ever drawn a game at home in the Champions League. We have played 14, we have won 10, and we have lost 4. Tottenham's last few Champions League games was, of course, a home win against Red Star Belgrade, 5-0, an away game at Red Star Belgrade, winning 4-0. So we've scored 9 goals in our last 2 Champions League games. The only team in history of the competition to win by 4 or more goals in 3 games in a row was actually PSG during October and November 2017. Now, surely this stat will give us a little bit more confidence going into this game and getting the 3 points in Group B. Olympiacos are winless in 12 Champions League games, drawing 2 and losing 10. And remember, one of those draws was against Tottenham earlier on in the season, drawing 2-2. Another stat that will give us a little bit more confidence going into this game. Olympiacos have actually lost their last 6 away games in the Champions League. During this season's Champions League, Olympiacos haven't had many shots away from home when they have played. Now, they have managed just 2 shots on target in their 2 away Champions League games this season and did not manage a single effort on target in their 2-0 defeat at Bayern Munich on match day 4. So after reading all of those stats, my prediction, I'm going to go for a 2-0 Tottenham win. I do think that we're going to keep a clean sheet, and I do think that we're going to get a couple of goals, and I do think that we are going to get the 3 points and then go through to the last 16 of the Champions League. And as I said earlier, what a good week that would have been for Jose Mourinho. 2 wins, climbing up the Premier League table, getting closer to that top 4 position. I know that we're a little way off, but I think it will happen. And, of course, then go through to the last 16 of the Champions League. It would be a great week for him. I'm expecting Heung-min Son to score again. Averages a goal every 50 minutes in a game. Harry Kane averages a goal every 90 minutes in the Champions League so far this season. So I'm going to say both of them to score. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below and your score predictions. Team news for Tottenham. Ben Davies has been ruled out of this match. He sustained an ankle injury during Saturday's away win at West Ham. Good news though, Jan Vertonghen and Tanguy Ndombele are both back. Eric Lamela, Hugo Lloris and Michel Vorm are still out. My predicted lineup for the Olympiacos game, I can see that Jan Vertonghen would come back into the team, replacing probably Davinson Sanchez. So we'd have the Belgium centre-backs at the back. Ben Davies is obviously out, so Danny Rose should come in. And probably Harry Winks might drop out of the team and Tanguy Ndombele would come in, depending whether he is fit enough. But the front 4, Lucas Moura, Sonny, Dele and Harry Kane, I think all 4 of them will play and they will definitely have an impact yet again. So what do the bookies think going into this game? Tottenham v Olympiacos. I've got the betting coupon here from Coral, but check out all of the other betting companies. Now, a 1-0 Tottenham is 7-1. A 2-0 Tottenham is 5-1. So that is what I've predicted, 2-0. That is the lowest odds. So that is probably most likely to happen. 7-1. Is a 2-1 Tottenham. 7-1 is also a 3-0 to Tottenham. And 8-1 is a 3-1 Tottenham. Now, they have gone for 8-1 for a 1-1 draw. And as I read all of those stats out earlier, Tottenham just do not draw at home in the Champions League. Never have done. We have won 10. We have lost 4. We never ever draw at home in the Champions League. Now, if you went for an Olympiacos win, 1-0 is 16 to 1. 2-0 is 40 to 1. 3-0 Olympiacos is 100 to 1. As you can probably tell, I'm hugely excited and I feel really up for this game. I cannot wait to go to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium Tuesday night. Hugely excited, and I just cannot wait until we get that win again and then go through to the last 16 of the Champions League. We have a serial winner in manager Jose Mourinho, and he is after that 3rd Champions League trophy. And let's just go on this journey yet again, and who knows that we could make this year's final. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. Put your predicted lineup, put your predicted score, and I will see you tomorrow night at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Come on, you Spurs.